Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over day 2 of the Las Vegas Hoenn Tour event. So let's talk about it. Now we've got some juicy things to go over as well. Did anybody approach me and try to start anything? Yes, there is one person, and we're going to talk about that. So stay tuned, we're going to go over it towards the end. Really appreciate you smashing that like button in the last video. If you can do it for this one, that would be much appreciated. Alright, let's get into it. Day 2 of the Hoenn Tour, there was really no lag. It was working for me and everybody else that I was talking to. It was going great. Granted, there were a lot less people in the park, so that's probably the reason why it was working a lot more smooth this time around. So there is that. Another thing I want to address is if I did not invite you to any Primal, Kyogre, or Groudons, that was because I simply couldn't. One, because I was doing a remote pass myself, or they just filled up so quickly, or as you've seen in the beginning, it just simply did not even allow me to see the people on my friends list to invite them in the first place, so I wasn't able to do that, and I apologize for that, but we're going to be getting it in the future. And I mean, these lobbies were just filling up so fast, constantly. Now there was an issue. It was going to be at the very end with the Rayquazas. We'll talk about that, but they did kind of make up for it by, you know, having them extended, I guess. I don't know, but honestly I wasn't really even caring about that. So they are going to give us more remote passes for that. Oh my goodness, I don't even know if the remote, they're probably just the regular ones. But again, it was a great day. I was actually able to spin stops and finish my tasks. I simply couldn't do the last spin to number 6. I couldn't find it. Some kid told me, I didn't mean to make it sound like that. He was very knowledgeable. He was like, "Oh yeah, that one's over there." Like, dang, you just have that stored in your memory bank. So it was in the Misty place, but we didn't get it. Whatever. I'm not too big on Spinda anyway, but I did complete everything else, and we're looking good here. Now, how was my shiny luck? Well, let's go ahead and go over that. It was okay. It was actually pretty good. Okay, you don't get what you want all the time, otherwise you're gonna get disappointed and walk around like a brat. I didn't get what I wanted, yeah. So I got a lot of good stuff. We'll go over those towards the end here. So I was doing as many Primal and Kyogre races I could. I should have went harder. I didn't use up all my passes. Here I'm trying to invite somebody, and unfortunately it's not letting me because it just fills up way too fast, and or other people invite others, which there is a cap on that, and then you're out of luck there. But as far as completing the raids and any lag, it was looking pretty good. There was a putter here and there, but that's to be expected, which is perfectly fine. I'd take 30 minutes of lag if pretty much the whole entire other event just went smoothly. So compared to the first day, we're looking at night and day. Okay, again, there was a lot less people and it overloaded, but the fact that Niantic actually went and took to Twitter and pointed their finger at the crowd and said, "No, it's all of you," like somebody who's just going crazy with their ego or something, just completely pointing the finger at the crowd. It's all of you. You can't tell people to not go in a public park. Okay? You can't do that. You could ask. I guess they were asking, but I don't know. So they started pointing the finger at everybody else. So they need to actually fix their game and not do that and blame the people. That's crazy. Their player base. It's your fault. How dare you spend more money on our game? Get out of the park. That's public. Crazy to think about that, but I don't know. Maybe they're just fed up. I want to be a fly on the wall in Niantic headquarters. I tell you what, I want to hear and see what in the world they're saying about the community, what they think. I'm sure they're not just smack talking, Maybe they get a little annoyed, but they're probably, I just want to know. I bet you all do too. But here we go, shiny Kyogre. Now, here's the maximum prize, obviously a Shundo, but getting 100 with the card background. Now I did get it for this one. I do believe it's going to be for this. I was talking to somebody, so a lot of times I might just sit here. I guess I didn't edit this out, and this is sped up quite significantly. So let's talk about the candy. A lot of candy. Okay. We're getting a whole bunch. I still didn't get enough to max it out. I should have went harder. So the Ivies are great, and we do have that card in the back with that Vegas scenery. I really like that touch, and I hope they keep introducing those. Although I do not think I'm really going to want to travel to do these events anymore. Although day 2 is great, that's because there was less people. And it's just time and time and time and time again. You learn your lesson after a certain amount of things. And for me personally, I'm just thinking for the amount of trouble that I have to go through to travel, and think about the people with kids, with jobs that they just have to walk away from. I guess they can take their vacation time, but it's a lot of planning. And for it to not work, oh, a 3-hour makeup, come on, that's so whack. They should give them a whole nother day like they did for, I do believe it was a Go Fest, where it kind of glitched and they gave them a Go Fest in a specific day because it was raining or something. I forgot exactly what happened, or was lagging. But that's just what I think. Anyways, we're getting towards the end. Let's talk about it. Who came up to me? What was the problem? Well, I was talking to a couple of people who are fans and watch the channel. I actually walked with them for quite some time here, and I actually duoed this because this person backed out. It was crazy. Well, no, we're not to that part yet. So I was talking to a couple of people who like the channel, ended up walking with them for a while, and all of a sudden, this guy comes up. Please, King, what's up? And I wasn't paying attention because I was, having a good time talking to these people. And then I just put my hand out and shake and I said, hey, how's it going? He's like, you changed your tone real quick there. And I just stood there and looked at him. I gave him the dirtiest look. I was like thinking to myself, who do you think you are coming up to me like this? And then somebody whispered in his ear, probably, I don't know what, but it looked like they were getting ready to gear up for a little bit of a throwdown or something like that. And I got your back or something like that. Whisper, I could imagine they would say something like that. So I had a choice to make at that very moment. Well, I was still holding his hand when he said this, and it was for a good awkward 5 to 7 seconds of holding his hand and looking at him, where I wanted to elbow him, I wanted to headbutt him, I wanted to say something nasty, I wanted to bite back. But what was the point? What would have happened at that point? A big old fight or some big old drama? Then we would have had to leave the park, and then maybe even potentially arrested. And then it would just escalated into something because of ego, because of wanting to be not a bigger man, but some tough show-off idiot, because somebody got their feelings hurt because I exposed them for being a fraud and a fake and a couple of videos back. So if you're wondering why is he mad, somebody had said they got blocked by me because they beat me in Go Battle League. Turns out they were lying, like I said. Everybody found out. So everybody was taking back their words except for him. So I called him out and he didn't like that. So we're doing it again. And about 2 hours later, I came up to him, and because the first time he did it, just abruptly. So I wanted to give him that kind of heart abrupt like he did to me. So I did it to him again. He kind of caught off guard, like, oh. He was like, what, like 5'4"? He's a little fella. And I started asking him, I was like, what's the problem, man? Not trying to start, just wanted to talk, like, what's your deal? And then he started talking really loud. And I was like, oh my gosh, this guy. And then he started making it awkward. And then somebody said, oh, hey, Fleece. And I just left, and that was the end of it. So that was the only person. Everybody else, all smiles. I must have took 100 pictures. It was crazy. Well, not 100, okay, but a lot. It was good times. Handed out 24/7 catchers, pins, did a couple of trades. Should have done more. My feet were killing me, and I was sore and tired. So I wasn't really processing all of that. Maybe a little, smoke of the green as well. So I wasn't all there all the time. But so day 2 was great. It was fun. I had a blast, met a ton of people. Shout out to everybody I took pictures with. If you did take a picture and you're on Twitter, go ahead and tag me so I can get that from you, because I do want to make like a little compilation of those just for memories, because I didn't take any pictures myself with my phone. But I had a blast, folks. The temperature was just absolutely chef's kiss perfect. You have no idea. I got tan. I got tan. And I had a blast when I came back to the house. This place was so dusty in the park. And that's not a complaint. I'm just saying, extremely dusty. So it's a good thing I had my boots. Right? But I had to take a shower. Feeling good, feeling fresh. And I am very fulfilled and happy with what I did get in day 2 as far as the shinies. And we are going to take a look at that. Now we're just looking at what happened afterwards. You saw the Rayquaza, how we couldn't get in. It was busted for a while. Okay. And then eventually we were able to. So I kind of just knocked out the ones I did have in my area. It does have that new move. I cannot currently Elite TM the one that I do have, so I'm not going to power it up because I'm not going to be trying to go hard and go out in Vegas right now. I got to catch a flight. leaves at 6, so I had to be there at like 3 in the morning. So I had to get up in a couple hours, probably already sound tired, which I am. So if you can hit that like button, that'd be much appreciated. Let's look at the hatches here. Now, these are not all of them. I obviously didn't hatch 300 and something. And yes, you saw that shiny. We'll look at that here in a second. So let's go ahead and put in age 0 so we know exactly what we got going on. Now, keep this in mind too. I also transferred about 30 or so, maybe, eggs. Mostly Tropius, Relicanth, and Torkoal here. So you're not seeing the correct number represented when we do pull up age 0 here. There's a couple of other mixed ones in there as well. Shiny Torkoal, what do you think about that? Awesome. I was so happy. Technically, I was looking at it, I was like, man, maybe this was even better than the Tropius technically. But Tropius would have been cool too, although it's not too much of a change in color. Now, taking a look at what I currently had, I guess I go plus it at the hotel. For whatever reason, it likes catching shiny cats. And then we did get a baby Lunatone, got another shiny unknown. That was a trade, turned out to have some good IVs. Makuhitas loved me for whatever reason. I got this shiny Shadow Nidoran. I couldn't believe it. The only Rocket Leader that I did do Arlo was for a task for the Masterwork, and it turned out to be that shiny Shadow Nidoran. Unbelievable. Got this Anorath here. We're going to go ahead and power that up. I don't like that number. All right, so yeah, no, people collect those, but not me. And the IVs are good, so awesome. Shiny Wurmple, okay. Cast form with somewhat decent PvP IVs. Sunny, let's go. I really wanted this one. This was a Go Plus catch. Are you kidding me? So we're looking good on the candies. We can power that up in another time. Surskit, I got a bunch of these. I Go Plus a bunch. My first one was going to be a Hancock yesterday. Sveal, Go Plus. Makuhita, Go Plus. Cast form, rainy, shiny. That is going to be a trade that I did do with somebody. Shout out to him. And another one with PvP IVs. They're just giving me. I'm happy with that. I love those PvP IVs. If we're going to come out of this with something, at least we have, cool shinies for battle. Another Surskit with horrible IVs. We're going to go ahead and evolve the other one here since we have so many. I think we've got 3, plus I even traded one off. So we're just stacked up on these. So we're going to go ahead and evolve this right now so you can see what it looks like in Pokemon Go if you have not seen it yet. It is going to be, I do believe, a nice green color here. And we have, yeah, it's pretty cool. I feel like that's what it would look like originally. It does look like a shiny, I suppose, but it just suits it nice, like its standard color. So there you have it, Masquerain, actually a very cool name as well. This thing is a sleeper pick. It is very good in certain situations. All right, let's continue on. What do we got here? Boltoy, no thank you. Got that Kyogre. That's not going to have the background because I did get 2 of them today. Had no luck yesterday. Got another shiny unknown. All of them caught with the Go Plus, the unknowns. Crazy, right? And then we have the Kyogre shiny with the background. That is awesome. I'm so happy about that. That's actually rare, and it's crazy because I was talking to Scarlet Witch right before this happened. I said, it'd be really rare getting a shiny Kyogre with the background, or Groudon with the background shiny, and I got it. Bam. Anyways, moving on, we got a Feebas, Torkoal, amazing. I got another Snorunt shiny, not... The other one was in Anchorage, but it is a female, reverse PvP IVs, so at least I do have it for trade, I guess. Some Groudons, Purloin. I do believe this Groudon is going to be the first one that I caught before the event even started while I was eating breakfast, talking to somebody. So there it is. So not a bad haul, right? We're looking good. With day 1, it was absolutely horrendous, but this did kind of make up for it. I had a great time with people talking, walking around. It was an enjoyable experience all around. I feel like the whole area and layout was pretty nice. I know a lot of people say they don't like it for whatever reason, this and that, but I liked it. It was good. It felt nice. And that's it. I mean, I'm really not trying to just simply pick out things I don't like. I want to like it, and I want to tell you the things that I liked, and if you should go to these when they have them in the future to make your own assessment. If it's crowded, good luck. And it seems to be the case every time. And it's not, it might be, it's like laggy every time they have an event. Every time. Again, the second day, not as many people were looking good. I don't know if they turned up the heat on their Wi-Fi, but I didn't use it. I never used that. I just used my data. Worked great. It was probably because it was dense, but they shouldn't point the finger like that. They should figure a situation out. Okay, I don't know. Pick a bigger area. Although the Sunset Park was pretty big, but it was a crazy sea of people. So I can see where they're coming from, and I know you're like, whoa, did you just side with Niantic? Not really. I mean, they shouldn't just point the finger. Well, if anything, they should say, okay, look, there was a lot of people. It was really unfortunate that everybody's game was crashing. We're going to give you a makeup. We'll give you these items. And we'll make it better for you. Don't just point the finger and give us a couple of raid passes in a few hours later that day. I mean, give me a break. Not everybody's going to be able to just go out and do that. They plan for that time and that time specifically. Okay. But I'm talking in circles, okay? All right? So we're doing the duo here. Somebody backed out and it was just the two of us. I was like, okay, well, somebody's going to get a duo with me. It's easy enough to take it down with ice, so you were going to go ahead and do that. It did not have the ice-type Pokemon that I needed ready to go, as you see me reviving before this started, so I'm using kind of mediocre stuff here, so we're not beating it with the best time, but hey, we're still going to be taking it out with the two of us here, and that was going to be the last one in my area. There might be more now, but I'm pretty much good to go. So there you have it, folks. Day 2, amazing. Was great. Had a blast. Now this masterwork is going to be crazy, so good luck when you get it. That's not going to be associated with the Vegas Hoenn Tour because apparently ours is going to be easier, but you're going to have to catch a whole hell of a lot of Pokemon. Look at that. Absolutely bananas. So we'll have to see what it's going to be like for the public. All right, when you can purchase that. So, had a blast. Super happy I came out here. Again, if you can hit that like button, it'd be much appreciated. Thank you for watching. Hope you did have a good time and got good shinies, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my soul.
So compromise where you can. Where you can't, don't. Even if everyone is telling you that something wrong is something right. Even if the whole world is telling you to move. It is your duty to plant yourself like a tree, look them in the eye and say no. You move.